Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we living. With the NFL draft now in the rearview mirror, we have some semblance of an idea as to who each team's starting quarterback will be. We can at least project it. I mean, a few maybe training camp battles, but CBS Sports Cody Benjamin attempts to power rank all these starting quarterbacks, the projected ones. So I thought we could react to it. 2023 NFL QB power rankings. Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers, both cracked top 10 in first rundown of all 32 starters. I'm pretty sure you could all guess who he has atop the list. Patrick Mahomes, two-time MVP, two-time Super Bowl winner. Not much to say here. Of course, he's number one. Joe Burrow, number two. Definitely understandable. He's made a Super Bowl. Last season made the AFC Championship game in his first 3 seasons. Impressive already. I believe he should also be second. This is a tough one. Third and fourth, Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen. Hurts, of course, the runner-up for MVP last season. Josh Allen, MVP candidate probably each of the last 3-4 seasons. I would lean towards Allen. Just been more established for longer. Of course, not all Hurts' fault. He's really only been a full-time starter for 2 seasons. But Josh Allen may have had a little bit of a down season when it came to turnovers last year, but was playing hurt for a decent portion of the season. I would flip-flop him, but I can't argue Hurts being ahead of him too much. 5th, Justin Herbert. And look who is 6th, the newest member of the New York Jets, turning 40 soon. Aaron Rodgers, coming off maybe one of his worst seasons, if not his worst season, joining the Jets. Garrett Wilson, Allen Lazard. He's got some of his old targets, Allen Lazard, Randall Cobb. So I personally think it's a little too high for him. I would have Lamar Jackson ahead. Yes, Lamar Jackson has been injured to end each of the last 2 seasons. Former MVP. I get it. Aaron Rodgers is a 4-time MVP. I would put Jackson ahead of Rodgers. I would also put Trevor Lawrence ahead of Rodgers. I just think the Trevor Lawrence ascension is going to continue. Was awesome to end last season, his 2nd season after a somewhat subpar rookie year. I think it's going to continue. Add Calvin Ridley to his arsenal. And I think it's going to be a great season for Rodgers. So I would have Rodgers 8th. And this is really the end of the franchise quarterbacks. Guys that could carry a team. I would say it's those 8 I would consider the franchise quarterback. And Rodgers is borderline to be on there. I'll include him. I also did a video recently where I said, because as you see, most of these quarterbacks are from the AFC. Who is the 2nd best quarterback in the NFC? I did that video maybe a week ago. Well, according to Cody Benjamin, CBS Sports, he believes Dak Prescott is, as he has him 9th. Prescott coming off a season where he tied for a league lead in interceptions. Did not look good in that San Francisco playoff game. Eliminated by San Francisco 2 straight seasons. Deshaun Watson 10th. Man, is this a hard guy to rank. Of course, Cleveland has a fully guaranteed deal with him. We know about his off-the-field troubles. Did not look good once he came back from suspension, but we know he was maybe a borderline top 5 quarterback during some of his time with Houston. Kirk Cousins 11th. Man, that's why I mentioned that the franchise level quarterbacks ended at 8 because, Kirk Cousins is a guy who could put up numbers, but never a guy you could count on when the moment gets big. Was outperformed by Daniel Jones in his playoff game last season. Brock Purdy to me is too high. I get how awesome he was when he came in, but coming on, he has an elbow injury. Not sure if he'll be ready to start this season. I do want to see Trey Lance get another shot. Let's see what he could do in a more extended period. Let's hope he stays healthy. Knock on wood. Jared Goff 13th to me. That's too low. I would have Goff and Geno and probably Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones ahead of Brock Purdy. Again, maybe teams have more tape on Purdy. Kyle Shanahan's offense definitely helps Brock Purdy perform better than maybe he would in another situation, which isn't his fault again. But Jared Goff was awesome last season. They did take Hendon Hooker, though, in the third round. So Goff does need to perform this season if he wants to keep his starting job heading into 2024. Geno Smith, awesome season in 2022. It took him pretty much a decade to finally have that breakout season. And Danny Dimes, best season of his career last season, showed so much with his feet. Did only have 15 passing touchdowns, though. They did add some receiving weapons, though, in Darren Waller, Paris Campbell, took Jalen Hyatt in the third round of the draft. So I'd have those three guys ahead of him. I would not have Justin Fields ahead of Brock Purdy. Yes, I get it. He's incredible with his feet. I still need to see more with his arm. They did add DJ Moore. He's got weapons this year. He's got Moore, Cole Kmet, Chase Claypool, Darnell Mooney. Tua 17th. I get it. The concussions. Can he stay on the field? That still is too low. Was an MVP candidate for the first half of the season before the concussions. I would definitely have him over Fields, probably over Jones as well, Smith and Purdy. Yes, Tua is too low. Matthew Stafford, again, was debated whether he's a Hall of Famer after winning the Super Bowl. Had injuries last season, though, elbow injury, then had a spine contusion, which ended his season prematurely last year, 35 years old. He's a hard guy to rank, as is Russell Wilson, coming off one of the most disappointing seasons in the NFL by anyone last season. Got Sean Payton as his coach now. Will he be able to perform better? Kyler Murray, of course, tore his ACL last season. Will he be ready to start the season? Most people believe not. But, man, he needs to start performing. So it looks like that contract extension they gave him will be a good one for him because last season wasn't his best performance. 21st and the first rookie quarterback, Bryce Young. He's also the first quarterback from the NFC South on here. So, again, that NFC South could be wide open. Bryce Young, the first overall pick. Of course, the knock on him by everyone is his height. Didn't make much of a difference at Alabama where he balled out. Let's see how it hinders him in the pros. Derek Carr, 22nd. Again, from another guy from the NFC. I would have Carr and probably Jimmy G ahead of Bryce Young for now. Maybe Bryce Young does have an awesome rookie season, but these are well-established veterans. Carr, Garoppolo, solid, maybe unspectacular, but have done the job for quite a while now. Jordan Love, we're finally going to get to see Jordan Love. I'm excited to see it. Again, hard guy to rank because, what does he have? One start in 3 years. So just not much tape on him in NFL games. Ryan Tannehill, 25th. Has had some good regular season games, kind of flamed out in his postseason action. And they did take Will Levis in the second round, so he's definitely got to look over his shoulder this season. Anthony Richardson, one of those guys that it's hard to find a range as to what his season could be. His ceiling to his floor is substantial. I did a video on Offensive Rookie of the Year and odds. I actually said I liked him at plus 900 and Zay Flowers at plus 1,800 the most because, I don't know if Richardson is going to be even a league average passer, but if he's close and let's say he rushes for close to 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns, that'll definitely help his case for Offensive Rookie of the Year. If the Colts have a better season, they go 4-13 last year, something like that, he could definitely be in the running. CJ Stroud, Texans, you wish he had more receivers with him. Robert Woods was not very good with the Titans last year. Kenny Pickett, 28th. Kenny Pickett performed pretty well to end last season. Again, this is where it's hard to rank these guys because we haven't seen Jordan Love. Ryan Tannehill has had success in the regular season. Wasn't great last season, though. Mac Jones, 29th. I'm kind of on board with this. I get Mac Jones wasn't in the best situation for a quarterback last season. Didn't really have an offensive coordinator. Now they have Bill O'Brien. But I've always been of the belief that I would like to see more Bailey Zappi. I think he could be better than Mac Jones performed last season in a more extended period. But I am not a believer in Mac Jones. But he could prove me wrong this season. Let's see. Baker Mayfield, 30th, one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL last season. Did perform a little better with the Rams, but I think his QBR was last in the league, either him or Davis Mills. They also have Kyle Trask, former second-round pick, that could start. Desmond Ridder, 31st. Again, I'm surprised that they're going with Ridder. Seems like they were going all in with their free agency moves, improving their defense. They took Bijan Robinson with the 8th overall pick. This is Desmond Ridder's season to show up. If not, likely they take a quarterback in the draft next season. And Sam Howell, it's still kind of surprising to me that they are believing him to be the starter. I mean, he was just a 5th round pick last year. Started one game, performed okay. But they also signed Jacoby Brissett, who, if you want me to be honest, I would play Brissett over Howell. I get Howell's younger. You want to see what you could get from him. I think Brissett right now is better, though. Brissett performed pretty well with the Browns last season, but I could agree with Howell being last. But again, haven't seen more of him. Maybe he proves Cody Benjamin and myself wrong. But those are the quarterback power rankings according to CBS Sports. What are your thoughts? What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? Do you think all these guys will actually be the starters? Do you believe Washington is going with Sam Howell? Or do you think Jacoby Brissett has a chance, Baker Mayfield or Kyle Trask? Who do you think will surprise in a positive way? Who do you think will surprise in a negative way? Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.